Influencers like Andrew Tate, why do you think 1 in 6 young boys aged between 6 talks in the way that Andrew Tate does about women in particular, not just women, but also about men of a certain disposition, also about people who don't go to the gym, people who aren't rich. I mean, the list goes on. It's not just his view on women. What explains why so many boys growing up today seem to like these views, to like what he's saying in a way that most of us, I think, find pretty abhorrent and appalling? Michelle, you're in Romford. Hi.
Hi, you all right?
I'm good, thank you. Are you?
I'm good.
Your thoughts?
Okay, I don't know. The lady that you had on previously, I mean, listening to her, I'm not surprised, that, some men may feel marginalised. I mean, I'm a woman, obviously, and I'm listening to her, and I just, it's just, the impression she's given, like as she said, it's like all men are some kind of enemy of women, or all men are like predatory. I have 2 boys, and if they listen to somebody like her, I'm not surprised there's so many boys out there feeling like, are we a danger to women? Are we? They're just making out like all men are dangerous. I mean, I'm a mother to boys, and I would say that most boys that I come across are lovely, just good guys. And I'm just, the way that they're sort of like portrayed at the moment as if they're sort of all enemies to women, and it's just wrong and it's incorrect. And Andrew Tate, if you actually listen to what he says, and I'm not talking about just the little things that the media are trying to put out to try to discredit him and try to make him look bad. And obviously it's not working, because they've been trying to do this for quite a while now, where they've been trying to kind of say, he's allegedly a rapist, he's allegedly a woman, trafficking
That's
women.
a fact, Michelle. He has been accused of those things in Romania. It's not the media making it up.
I'm not saying they're making it up, but obviously he hasn't actually been convicted of anything yet, has he?
No, and that's why it's alleged.
Exactly. So we put that to one side for a moment. So when people are actually listening to what he's saying, and I'm talking about actually not just listening to that sort of rhetoric. I mean, talking and listening to what he's saying, he is actually quite a positive role model, a very positive role model, to be honest.
In what way? What is it he says that you think is a positive role model for your sons?
Because he encourages discipline, he encourages ambition, he encourages good treatment of women. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying that, I don't know where you're getting this information from about, I don't know. I've watched his videos. I've watched him.
I'll give you some examples.
As far as I'm concerned, he's a good role model.
I think the women belong to the man. Is that what you want your sons to grow up thinking?
And that is not what they think, not at all. Because
So he's not a good role model in that sense. What about females are the ultimate status symbol?
But then you're taking, that's the thing, that's why what you're trying to do is not working.
This is what he says.
No, but listen to what I'm saying. What you're trying to do is not working, because people who actually listen to what he has to say, and not just watch 1 or 2 videos.
What do you think I'm trying to do?
They're obviously trying to destroy him. And
why do you think I want to destroy him? Why do you think I care enough about
social media? Because he has a great influence on people.
Why do you think I care enough about Andrew Tate?
I don't know, because there's plenty of other things to be talking about. To be honest, Andrew Tate is, to me, a positive role model.
I'm giving you some examples of things he said and asking which you think are positive. So we agree that women belonging to men isn't positive.
The things that he said is that men should be self-reliant.
I'm giving you some other things he said. I'm giving you some other things.
Females. But I'm giving you my examples.
And I'm giving you mine. Females.
Okay, and I'm giving you mine. So
females.
So the things that
Michelle,
trying to get the boys to listen to aren't the things that they're actually listening to. They're actually listening to the things that are positive. And because he isn't going along with what the sort of media want him to go along with, they're just trying to destroy him. And people aren't silly. That's the thing.
Michelle, the media aren't trying to destroy him.
Because it's not working, they're just still sitting there trying to think of how can we destroy Andrew Tate. And it's not going to work.
Michelle, nobody's trying to destroy him.
Yes, they are.
Who is trying to destroy him?
The people like your programme.
Why? I go back to my question. Why do you think I want to destroy Andrew Tate?
Because obviously he has such a great influence on young men and young boys. And women. It's not even, and the thing is, it's a lot of women watch him as well, and they agree with what he says.
Hold on. So me giving you direct quotes of things he said and asking what you think of them is me trying to destroy him.
Yeah, because it's not working.
Rather than-
if it was working,
rather than me asking you-
people would have stopped clicking
Michelle,
on watching his videos.
Rather than me asking you whether you think someone who talks about females being the ultimate status symbol, who boasts about how he threw a woman's belongings out of his apartment window, who goes on about females' weights, who says things like depression isn't a real illness, it's made up. I'm asking you whether you think those things are positive messages for your son to be hearing and taking on board.
That depression isn't real.
Yeah.
It's not that he's saying it's not real. There's just ways of tackling depression. There's ways of looking at the situation that you're in and
he said
deciding whether or
depression
not you want to
isn't
go
real.
along the route of saying you're depressed or whether or not you want to try and tackle it in a
I'm
different
quoting
way.
directly. Depression isn't real. That's a direct quote from Andrew Tate.
Okay, is it real?
I think it's real. Do you think it's real?
Okay, well, that's your opinion, isn't it?
Do you want your sons to think it's real if they come across someone who says, I'm depressed and I'm on antidepressants? Do you want them to turn around and say you've got a fictional disease?
I'm not saying that. Well, obviously, it's not fictional disease. You would look at the situation they're in and try to help them tackle it.
Not if you're Andrew Tate. You'd say
Yes, you would. That's what he does.
No, he doesn't. I quote you again. You feel sad, you move on. You will always be depressed if your life is depressing. Change it. Depression isn't real.
Or you can try to pander to people's, it's just nonsense. I'm just telling you now, whatever you're trying to do is obviously not going to work, and it's not working. That's why people
I'm trying to ask.
him.
I'm trying to ask what you think about some of the stuff that your sons are hearing and that you think is positive, and I'm trying to ask you why you think that is. What about this one? If they came across someone having a heart attack who was overweight, would you want them to help? Because Andrew Tate says, I would not administer a CPR unless you're a hot female. If you're some fat dude and you just had a heart attack and I don't know you, you're going to die. Is that a good way?
Why don't you get him on your show and talk to him?
Is that a good way to go?
Why don't you get him on your show?
No, hold on. Is that a positive message for kids to be hearing?
Why don't you get him on your show?
Michelle, I'm asking you a question. Is that a positive message?
I don't know. That's just a ridiculous quote. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree. It's absolutely ludicrous.
No. But the things that you're trying to bring up that he said, there's hundreds. There's so many videos of him talking positively and encouraging young men. And all the media do is try to take
encouraging
out things
them
that
to do what?
He has said. I mean, like I said, maybe I'm not articulating myself very well, but my sons are great gentlemen. They're great boys. And I will have no problem watching them watching his things. None whatsoever.
Including all the things I've just put to you.
About what?
All the things about women, about not helping people having heart attacks, about depression not being real.
About women? Do you mean about women? Obviously, I'm their mum, so I'm going to influence my children about women. My children are not disrespectful to women. Of course
and I'm glad to hear that, Michelle. I hope you can have a more positive impact than I suggest Andrew Tate would have, because if they bought into his ideas about women, I suspect they would not be expressing a positive view about women at all.